Heyo! Today I wanted to talk to you about trauma and how unhealed trauma keeps you in victimization and prevents connection. So, first of all, I want to talk to you a little bit about trauma. So, trauma is just an emotionally upsetting event. And that could be an emotional event, it could be a physical event, but something has happened to you that you found unpleasant and you didn't like. And so that could be mild trauma, and it could also be very scarring and deeply wounding traumas. And so, um, I just want to talk to you about how revisiting the trauma as it lays unhealed keeps you in victimization. And so I would encourage you, first of all, to heal your trauma, but there is something that you can do right now while you are still retraining yourself to trust life again, to love life again, and to find places and people that are healthy for you, uh, so that you can create connections that you desire and that are healthy and strong for you. And so, the first thing I would tell you is that the trauma, when we revisit our trauma and we talk about our trauma, um, in not a therapeutic setting, just with our friends, a lot of times it makes us enter what I call complain brain. And complain brain is a space in our brain that is wired to just use our primitive wiring to talk about all the things that we don't like. Our brain just loves to ruminate on all the negativity, and it will just circle and circle around. And you could really talk for hours on end about all of the things that happen to you in your life that you don't like. So, this could be, like I said, anywhere from mild traumas, just the irritation in traffic, to like deeply wounding physical abuse. So, there's kind of a huge range, but it lives in this part of your brain that loves to digest the things that we don't like. And due to a concept called neuroplasticity, our brain is essentially trained to keep going down familiar pathways. So the more that we think about those things and the more that we ruminate over the things that we don't like, the things that have happened to us, and why they were bad, it puts us in victimization and it keeps us in complaint brain. And when we are a victim, we have lost power in our life story. Okay, so what do we do about it? How do we take that power back? We can't change the past. Where the past lives is only in our memory. And the way that we can move on from that is to either stop telling ourselves the story about it or recontextualize the story by saying, yes, this bad thing happened, but I can learn something about it. And the next step that I would say is that you can start self authoring and doing self authentic activities. And that just means doing things that you enjoy or exploring new things, new hobbies, new things that identify who you are and what you love about life. This is the foundation for creating connection with others, because the way that we form connection is to form bonds with people who we like. That means people that we want to be like often, or people who are like us. So, two ways: either people who we want to be like, or people who are already like us. And so, to to get into that brain space, we need to start thinking about and start authoring our life in a way that is what we want to create, um, that brings into existence what we do want to have present with us. The trauma is no longer happening to you. The trauma no longer exists in this very moment that you're watching this video. So, if the trauma continues to exist in your life, you might want to rethink, why do I keep re entering this space with these people? Or why do I enter this space in this way? But then also proactively create moments and spaces and places that bring you joy and happiness. So, the next step, if you want to create real connection with other people, you start to positively identify with people who you want to be like, who embody the things, the characteristics that you want to someday embody strongly, or you associate with people who you currently who you can connect with that embody characteristics that you already currently hold that you love. Now, I wanted you to be careful about this one because it is tempting to connect with people who embody characteristics that you currently hold that you don't necessarily love and that are no longer serving you, but it's easy because it's familiar and it's comfortable. So you need to consciously create positive connections with the positive parts of your life that you want more of. So you need to actively seek those out. And then when you find it, notice it and revisit it. So then when you find those people, you need to create experiences that create shared meaning. So when you have experiences that you both share and you can both look back on with fondness and joy and positive feelings, you have created a connection because this is an experience that both of you remember positively and both of you enjoyed. And then the next thing I would say is to make sure that you are showing up for the people that you do want in your life. You come outside of yourself and show up for another person, serve them in some way, and love them. And when you are serving and caring for the person, you're actually creating a connection not only for yourself, but for the people for whom you are serving. And then when somebody else does good things for you, make sure that you show appreciation, either when they directly serve you or when you notice things that you love about the individual, not just in how they look and what God gave them, but qualities that they embody that you can say, I like your style. I like the things that you've chosen. I like your career. I like your work ethic. And I like the hobby that you've chosen because it's similar to mine. So make sure you're verbalizing the things that you appreciate about the acquaintances that you are connecting with. And then make sure that you are generally speaking positively more often than you are speaking in complain brain. So one way I like to do that is to speak in gratitude. Gratitude is an excellent way to shift your train track from complain train brain to positivity and optimism. Because gratitude, when you are in gratitude, it is really hard to reach and to feel the places in our brain that want to ruminate over negativity and all of the bad things that have happened to us and all of the things that are hard in our life and why it's hard to move forward and all of the things, all of the excuses. It's a lot easier to move forward in a space of gratitude because your brain shifts into possibility when you are doing that. What else am I grateful for? What else do I want in my life? What else do I want to manifest into my life? So those are some things that I would advise you over um, moving from victimization and complain brain into creating real connection with those around you. And I just have every hope for you that you can create amazing relationships by the thoughts you think and how intentionally you behave, how intentionally you create the life that you desire. Okay, until next time, I'll see you later.